What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman. Today we're talking about the market and whether or not we should be investing certain things or should be selling other things. Now, as I look to Rarity Collection, the first one, I think if you had picked it up on its initial run, I think you're looking really well, and really well off for seal value as well. Now, all these cards are obviously increasing and just increasing. They're not going down. And it's not surprising, right? Because like all these cards are staple cards for a deck, or your side deck, or whatever it may be. A lot of these cards are used, so you can't be surprised by that one. And there's some nostalgic stuff in here, like Ancient Fairy Dragon, as we talked about in past market watches, and Ash Blossomus has only gone up, so that's good news. I mean, for the set in general, I do like that Rarity Collection is getting that boost in price in the market. Again, I think it'll continue to go up, so if you still want to ease your way into it now and still buy a sealed box, you can. Don't expect a tremendous spike in value within the next year, but within the next couple of years, I will say this will be one that you will be very cherished to have in your collection, in that you kept sealed. Especially some of the cards, if you're able to pick them up early, you made out like a bandit. I will say that for sure. Now, as we move on to Rarity Collection 2, I will say things get a little bit bleaker on this street. But I will say, long-term value, again, being a Rarity Collection, being that there are certain cards in the set that people are going to want to, as, you know, Core Century Secret Rares or Prismatic Secret, whatever it's called. What was it called? Platinum Secret Rares or whatever it's called nowadays. What's it called? Let's see. Platinum Secret Rare, yeah. So, listen, people are going crazy for all these rarities. And listen, I get it. It looks nice. Why wouldn't you like it, right? But obviously the market hasn't really gone the way as the first Rarity Collection. But again, give it time. I think things will pick up. And I think if you're picking up things now, good on you. I think you're making the smart decision, because there are things that are very much cheap in the market for this set in general that are going to increase over time, and things have already started to increase in this set, and we've seen it from the past Rarity Collection to this one now. If they come up with another one, which they probably won't, because 25th anniversary is ending, unless they want to extend it, which will be kind of weird, but we'll see where things go from there, if they do want to continue having this type of Rarity Collection in the future. I will say again, it is massive value for you to pick this up, even sealed, a sealed box. I know the sealed box has been going down in value, but look for it to go up in value in the long-term purpose. Now, other boxes, as we know in sets, have not done so well, like Dawn of Majesty and Lightning Overdrive. They've not really pumped in terms of going the right direction the past few years. But I will say all those boxes will see a turn for the best very soon, as well as certain boxes like Rarity Collection. But we're talking about Rarity Collection number 2 in the future, not right now, not this year, not next year. Probably in the future, you'll see this box closer to the 200 to 250 range as we go down in the future terms in terms of that. But things I want to start taking a look at. Yes, this card has gone up in value. I think people are realizing, what are we doing? This card is hard to pull. It was 1 per case. Why are we valuing this at $50? And again, it was a very dumb decision that this was even $50 to begin with. And if you pick one up, which your boy did, you made out like a bandit. Again, just do the right things. Look at the market, look at trends, look at how hard a card is able to be pulled, and you'll make the right decisions moving forward as well. And again, things are down in the market right now, but when things are down in the market and knowing that they will most likely be going up in value, that's your time to pick them up. Because why? Because you know they're going to go up in value over time. So pick them up while they're cheap, and then sell them for much more later down the line. Again, we knew Dark Magician Battle of Chaos version would go up in time. It was just like we didn't know what was happening, I didn't know what was happening to it, so glad it went up. Now, one thing I want to take a look at is the Ghost Rares and Starlight Rares in this market. The Ghost Rares and Starlight Rares in this market right now have just depleted in value, meaning they have dropped significantly in price. This is your time. Again, same with the Dark Magician we just talked about. when you see a card depreciating value, but you know it's a hard card to pull, you know it's a collector item, you know people love this card, why aren't you picking it up? That is your best opportunity to start picking things up while they're on the cheap end of things. Now, we knew Star Dragon Starlight Rare was around $700 to $800 at one point, and listen, again, Starlight Rare market star right now because of the Core Center Secret Rare and Star Dragon, but people will figure out very soon, hey, yes, the QCR is very nice, but I want the higher rarity version. And again, the higher rarity version is hard to pull. So, again, the value will obviously increase over time. There's just a lot of flux and a lot of craziness and a lot of people just worried about their value of their cards. But again, when you're too worried about the value of your card, that's never a good sign. Be patient. You know, things will go in your favor, especially with a card like Star Dragon, Starlight Rare. It will go in your favor over time. Same with the Ghost Rares. And I see a lot of people selling Ghost Rares, even the Star Dragon Ghost Rares, for really cheap. Guys, what are you doing? Hold on to them. But if you're able to pick one up because someone is deciding to sell their Ghost Rare for a pretty cheap price, or their Starlight Rare, go for it. This is your time. This is where you're supposed to be picking up things for very cheap, holding on to it. And if you want to sell in the future, you can. Or if you just want to have for collection value, you made it like a bandit again, having stuff for your collection at a really cheap rate than what it was actually at. Same with Black Rose Dragon, just another card that's out there that's, you know, was at one point the Starlight Rare was like $500-$600. Now it's depreciated to all the way to $200, and it's been going down and down and down. And listen, again, time to pick it up while it's on the cheaper end. And again, Ghost Rares and Starlight Rares have been depreciating in value because people are scared of the reprinted types of box that's been happening, like Live Destruction, like all the other 25th anniversary boxes that came out. So people are scared that they're going to have another reprint box of certain things in the future. I will say the way they print Ghost Rares is not the same the way they print Ghost Rares back in the past, so you'll never have to worry about that. People are going to want the nostalgic Ghost Rare look and feel to it. But yeah, I guess if you want a cheaper end version, if they ever do reprint a box, yeah, they'll have one, but it'll never be just the same as the one as the nostalgic Crossroads of Chaos unlimited box that came out with it, or the first edition. Obviously, first edition holding very high value, obviously. Again, Starlight Rare market, again, it's your time. Now, I want to talk about the LOB boxes and all the other 25th anniversary boxes just because they're picking up in value, but the cards inside them are depreciating in value. People are not really caring about, I guess, the cards in terms of what they are, but more of just opening for fun. And I get that. People love opening things for fun, especially being LOB, Magician's Force, you know, Spell Ruler, Invasion of Chaos, you know, all these amazing boxes were nostalgic for us back in the day. We loved opening them, loved seeing the old cards in them. Again, they look a little differently now than they did back in the past, but it's still that same feeling of, oh my gosh, I just pulled an LOB card. I just pulled a Magician Force Genzo. You know, it's still that same feeling of, oh, I just pulled something really cool, which, yes, that's great, but the card itself is not worth anything compared to what you're paying for the box face value of it. And we're seeing that right all across the board. I mean, $125 for the box sealed, but nothing here resembling even close to that. Again, $68 from elevators, but nothing here close resembling that. $60, nothing here close resembling that. Same with Invasion of Chaos, and same with Spell Ruler. However, Spell Ruler does have two cards that are doing well on it, but your chance of pulling both of them is really slim to almost none, right? So just keep that all in mind when you're purchasing these things. I would keep it for sealed value, not to open it. Now, obviously, if you want to open it, be my guest. Again, that's your decision. But if you're looking for the market for long-term purposes of trying to get profit in the future, buy them now, keep them sealed, and you'll see a nice little investment for yourself in the future. Now, they could, however, reprint the boxes again and go with another wave, but I don't think they're going to do that. I also don't think stores are going to really want to do that either because, again, I think people already bought into it that want to buy into it. and wanted to open it, at this point people would just buy it for the seal purpose of now. So I don't think there'll be another wave. I don't think there'll be another hype to it if they were to bring another wave out. The last thing I want to talk about is Battle Legend Crystal Revenge, just because this is a set that I do think that is very undervalued in the market and want to look at in the future, just because of all the great cards it has. The sealed box is very cheap. I would consider getting one for the near future. Blackwing Armor Master Starlight Rare is super cheap because they have a QCR of it, but please do not be scared to pick this up at $37, because that is a freaking steal. Like, that is a huge steal in this market. A Starlight Rare that is also a Edison card, that is also a card that people still play and try and play meta Blackwing stuff in the current meta. I mean, that's a steal. It's a really, really good steal you got there. Obviously, people like to play the Ultimate Rare version as well, but, you know, again, if you like Starlight Rares, this is a good, you know, copy to pick up. The pieces, cheapest it's ever been. Sir Poly, Axis Talker, all these cards are really great cards. Obviously, Borolo being bad now, but everything else is really nostalgic, great pickups at a cheap price point. I 100% recommend taking a look at it, maybe picking it up. I think you would do well if you were to pick it up. But that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Market Watch. We'll catch you next one. Please subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.
I give my all, hey, just to save you, I give all of me.